And hello, I am Bhimappa Asst. I am from NRCM Engineering College, working as assistant professor in mechanical engineering. So I would like to deal with the fundamentals of mechanical engineering for the civil students as per the direction of higher authority. I am going to teach the fundamental of mechanical engineering. So as you know, as we are knowing, the fundamentals required for the engineering is wide scope. So according to the all branches, engineering students should know the minimum basics of other branches. So they will be a perfect and good engineer, which is required for the social service and also the for the integration of the nation. So along with that, taking the name of the Lord Sri Hari, I will start the first chapter, that is according to the syllabus given by the authority. So the first I am going to teach the first chapter related to the basic things which are required to convert the available natural resources into useful work. Among this concept, we first start with the prime movers. So as we are knowing, the prime movers are those, they are the devices. Those are the devices or the machines that convert the available natural resources into useful work. That is, they are very used to drive the system or generate the power. Used to drive the system means we can tell the bikes, and generate the power means we can talk about the production of the electricity. So these are the main things we are going to discuss here. The first one, the related to prime movers, has a sub categorized into heat engines. The heat engine is one of the first categorizing the prime movers. So we are talking about the heat engines. The heat engines, the first of all, we have already talked about the prime movers. The prime movers are the devices or the machines which are used to convert the available natural resources into useful work, or the power work for the work in the sense, or to drive the bikes or the system which is required in industry to produce the n number of products. And we are also that is used to generate the power which is essential for every stage of life to for the integration. So first of all, among these frameworks, I'm going to talk about the heat engines. Heat engine, the name itself is telling we are using the heat energy. See, the name itself is telling heat. The heat, that is engine. See the combination of both the letters, the heat and engine. The heat, that means it is a thermal energy. Heat is a form of energy, as we are knowing. It is a form of energy. So to produce the heat, and then it is a form of energy, as we are knowing the law of conservation of energy. Energy neither be created nor be destroyed. Based on that, I am going to talk about the heat engines. The heat engines are those are converting the thermal energy into a mechanical energy. Hope that you understood what is that. The heat engines are those devices or the engines which converts the thermal energy into a mechanical energy. So first of all, among those heat engines, I am talking about the internal combustion engines. So as you know, IC engines. So what is the IC means? It is internal combustion. That means the combustion of the fuel. See, internal combustion engine, as I'm showing in the this one, internal combustion, the combustion of the fuel taking place inside the engine to produce the power which is required to drive the system. So combustion of a fuel, IC engines means internal combustion. So internal combustion, that means the combustion of the fuel is taking place inside the engine, which is very useful to drive the system, and that is produces the power using the thermal energy. So it is one of the IC engine, one of the among the heat engine. Another one is the external heat engine, external combustion engine. See, the external combustion engine, external combustion engine is an engine which is as I discussed in the previous IC engine. So like that EC engine, EC engines are those are what is that, combustion of fuel will be taking place outside the engines. So that is to generate the power or to drive the system. So best example of IC engine is two wheelers, automobiles, and automobiles, as you know, bikes, cars, vehicles, trucks, all these were IC engine. There also it is a spark combustion and compression ignition. So there are two types that will details in next chapter. We're going to discuss about that one. First of all, we are talking about the what is that, internal combustion engines. Internal combustion engine, for example, what I'm giving the automotive or automobile engines, including the what is that, the vehicles like the bike, car, truck, buses, what we are using in a day-to-day life. All those are using the internal combustion engine to produce the power to drive the system. So external combustions are those that is we are using to produce the power in industry level. That is the boilers are the best example of the what is it, in external combustion engines. So external combustion engines, example, steam engines, steam turbines, where the steam is producing by the superheated gases. So that gas is superheated, the gas is enter into the turbines, where the turbine is indirectly it is connected to the generator, where we can produce the power which is essential for the drive the system. So like that, steam turbines and steam engines are the best example for the what is that, EC engines. Then as you know, the gas turbines also, it is an example related to external combustion engine. So what we have studied, so the first of all, in this chapter, first we have studied the prime movers. The prime movers, so those are the prime movers are those devices which converts the available natural resources into useful work. Among then again we are the prime movers can be subdivided into heat engines. Heat engines again we are subdivided into internal combustion and external combustion engines. So heat engines, as the name itself is indicating, heat is a thermal energy as the form of energy. After that, under that we are studied the internal combustion engine and external combustion engine with the example I have given. So the internal combustion engines are those automobiles which drive by the internal combustion engine, and the external combustion engines are those which are driven by the what is the combustion which is taking outside the boiler, where the boiler is producing the superheated steam. As we are knowing that superheated is again it is going to the superheat steam is going to the steam turbines, where turbine is producing turbine is as when it is connected to the generator through the shaft, where the power is producing for the useful, that is to drive the system. So this is the related to heat engines what we have studied.